let's recap August for the Baltimore Orioles. This was a lot easier than July because of all the trade deadline stuff, of all the movement and all that stuff. It was a little different here. So now we're in August, end of August. We're here in September, the final month of the season. This year, we know it's for sure the final month. There will be no playoffs for the Orioles, obviously. Not really in playoff contention, even though they were good although they were good against a good team this week. But we'll see. So let's go ahead and take a look at where they were at the end of August. 61-76. They won their last 2 out of 10. My goodness. They were 5th in the AL East. At the time, they've pretty much been in 5th all season long. Let's take a look at the batting order. So Jackson Holliday was at the top of the order. I think this guy is going to be your guy next for the next couple of years. I thought he struggled some in August, but I thought I can live with it. I was kind of it wasn't banner by any stretch, but he kind of, I don't want to say muddled through it, but there was enough flash there. Major league hitters aren't going to be great all the time, every situation, especially a really young guy like this. So his average dropped, but I wasn't too discouraged by Jackson. Look, hit a home run today, right off the bat in the game, so it was really good as well. So not banner, but we're not too worried about Jackson Holliday. I tell you what, Jeremiah Jackson is, I keep saying Jermaine like the Jackson 5. Like, I keep saying I don't want to see it. But Jeremiah Jackson, this kid's bat speed is fantastic. You can't teach that. You can't teach a guy who can get the ball through the zone real quick. He absolutely can get the bat through the zone, and he can live off that for a while. Not good defensively. That's a bit of a concern. But I absolutely think he has a lot of potential as well. Definitely pushing for that playing time in 2026. Gunnar Henderson was better, but I'm still kind of saying the same thing I've said all year long. RBI protection as well. Numbers are there, but it's not what we need from Gunnar. We need more thunder, more power in his bat. The end of the year stats may wind up decent as well. 20, 70, 2-8. We need to see more, I think, from Gunnar, considering all the talent that he has. Mountie, I think, was good in April. I mean, was good in August. And I think, look, Mountie has just never been able to put together a whole season or parts of seasons. We see it in spots, and I saw it in August. I think he was really good most of the month. But again, where was that the rest of the season as well? But he was good. I thought he was good last month. Colton Cowles is defensively, but just needs to stay healthy. I've kind of said this with Colton Cowles. He's got the Bill Ripken in him. He just plays hard. He's too quick to run on a wall or dive on the ground or do stuff, and it winds him on the shelf or take the hit on the shelf. Like that's not, those aren't bad qualities, but I think sometimes it puts you on the shelf. Shocked that his manager didn't know he could play well in center field. What in the world? Like, he's been excellent he's an excellent defensive player, so I don't know what he was so surprised about as well. Samuel Basallo is the man of the hour, first long-term extension in many years, so that's good. So many catchers played at the position. We mentioned, I just left Basallo there. First career home run, good for him. He got that in August as well. Kobe Mayo hit 3 home runs, needs to rate average. I think he's got a little hitch in his swing from what I can see as well. I can say this about Mayo. He's going to hit for power. I don't know how high his average is ever going to be, but he can definitely hit that long ball for sure. So he's improving at first base too. So there's a lot good there as well. Somebody said sit Mayo for the last month. I want to see him. I want to see him for the whole month and play and see if he can improve as well. Another one hit a home run today, Kobe Mayo. Dylan Beavers hit 317 in August. Dylan Beavers is a hitter. I mean, from everything I've seen, he hasn't missed anything. He's not great instinctively on defense in the outfield, but I do like what I'm seeing from him. DC, Dylan Carlson probably got the most starts in August in left field. I don't think he's consistent enough to be an everyday player. I think he's a bench player and a decent bench player. I think he can help away. He's a bit of a utility outfielder. Not sure if this is right as far as injuries, but I looked at it. Adley, I don't think we're going to have him back. Certainly not Gary Sanchez back. Jorge Mateo is back on the main roster, 28-man roster. Jordan Westberg has spent too much time on the IL. Tyler O'Neill again on the IL, and we know we're not going to have Zach Eflin or Batista anymore this season. Colin Shelby again on the IL. Luis Vasquez is on the roster. Alex Jackson's been pretty impressive. Daniel Johnson and Manny Rivera been on and off the roster several times. Was in August as well. Starting rotation, the AL pitcher of the month was Trevor Rogers. Man, he has been terrific. I'm glad somebody noticed. I haven't heard his name a lot mentioned at all, probably because of the Orioles haven't been good, but the numbers Rogers is putting up, his ERA is microscopic. Every time you see him, hitters can't figure him out at all. Hitters are so ahead of everything he does. He changes speeds phenomenally. They've looked fooled badly in every game he's pitched. So he's been outstanding. Dean Kramer, I'm laughing at Dean Kramer. Somebody they were killing me on Facebook and Twitter. I called him a good pitcher, and they were like, "What? He's not any." So Dean Kramer's been really good. Dean Kramer's really struggled down track. This is kind of what he is. I think he's a middle tier starter here as well. Sagano, kind of same, has some good starts, has some bad ones. I think he's been a little better overall during the season with Kramer. He has the most wins, 10. Cade Povich, I think it kind of speaks for himself. He's had 1 year now pitching, so I think we've seen a little something from him. See if he can improve here as well. I think he's going to get the whole last month to show what he can do. And Kyle Bradish is back. I think just getting him squared away is a victory in and of itself. I think they're very, very happy with that. Also, too, I do want to mention they didn't pitch last month, which is why they're on there. Tyler Wells and Andrew Suarez and Albert Suarez are back as well. So keep that in mind if you're wondering where they were. But I don't think they didn't pitch until September. Keegan Aiken. Somebody was mad again. Another Twitter thing, like where somebody was mad. Well, Keegan Aiken is the closer. What do you want? There's nobody else here. I can see this or Cano in terms of as far as experience. Cano got the save today as well. Those stats don't reflect today. It was at the end of August. But they're the only guys really that have any really significant experience. Ends, I think they picked him up at the trade deadline as well. Think he's been inconsistent. Corbin Martin actually got released, but he did pitch in all of August. Grant Wortham kind of has struggled as well. Cade Stroud has been really good. Cade Stroud, I think, keep an eye on him because I think he's really been solid. And we got Rico Garcia as well. They need to rebuild the whole pen. So there you go. All right. So there is the recap of April. Now that we are in September with the Baltimore Orioles as well. And now let's go to the Orioles report. Put me in cold. I'm ready. That's the music for baseball. Some of it will cue it up here for the Orioles report here as well. Not in the playoffs here as well, but some movement is still happening. Sean Durbin was signed, and they designated Rosie Contreras for assignment. Contreras had some potential. He really never got a shot. We're seeing this consistently with bullpen guys. They just don't even give him a shot. This is not just one or two guys. It's a miracle that Aiken is still even like they traded away everybody else. So now they have to go, well, we gotta. Because they just consistently up and down. It never really got a shot, I think, for a guy with some talent. Matt Bowman was released after clearing 9 days of just where and reinstated Hank Poteet from a 60-day DL and outrighted him to Norfolk. as well. Number 3, mentioned it a little bit, Albert Suarez from activator from the 60-day DL, and Maverick Hanley from Norfolk as well. And Corey Petit elected for free agency, accepting outright assignment to AAA. Yeah, he probably just didn't want to go to Norfolk. Season's about over in the minor leagues anyway, so might as well look for a new team in the major league level. I don't know, because you're not going to play there but another week, and if they don't really have any plans for you as well. Good to see Albert Suarez back on the field. Good to see Maverick Hanley. That injury that he had in the Yankee game, that was one of the toughest things I ever saw on the field, man, because he didn't want to come out the game. It was obviously bad because he hasn't played like in a lot of the season. So good to see Maverick Hanley at least healthy enough to play. Reinstated Tyler Wells and Jorge Mateo from the 60-day DL. Because of that, they re-optioned Maverick Hanley as well. Designated Corbin Martin and Elvin Rodriguez, Elvin Rodriguez for assignment. Tyler Wells, I think you could kind of put him in the category with Bradish and Suarez. The fact that they're getting him back before 2026 is obviously a thing that they're most excited about. You don't now have to wonder all off season if they can pitch, how they're going to pitch. You get a chance to look at them before the season starts next year. I think that's the biggest thing as well. That's why they're putting Tyler Wells in the rotation. You might as well at this point see what you got there as well. Martin kind of struggled. Rodriguez you could put him in the opportunity that he didn't really get a chance. Martin pitched well at times, but he kind of struggled. Monday sent Suarez. 6. MLB record for the players used on a roster is 70, set by the Marlins in 2024. The Orioles approximately are at 68 players. Approximately 68 players for the 20-man roster and the 28-man roster that's currently in place in September. I don't know if it's 60. I said approximately because I don't know if it's 67 or 68. I think it's 60. It could be 67 because I think Suarez wouldn't count now because he hasn't been on the act. I think he was on the active roster very early in April, and now he's back in September. So I don't think he's 60. I'm not sure 68. I have to look that up, but it's staggering how many guys they've went through. So you've had, but if you do the math, you've 3x'd your roster. Think about it. So you have 26, 52, 7. So you've had a whole new group. It's crazy to have that many players on a roster during the course of a season. Some of it is injuries. Some of it, I will say, is the handling of the bullpen. They just send eyes up, down, all the time. It's just, that's mishandling of a bullpen. Like, it's just flat out mishandled. Some of them haven't been great. I mean, I'm aware of that too. So but that's a lot. That's incredible that you've had that much turnover. One of those guys we're talking about, Contreras, off waivers from the Orioles, according to Mouse for both Scouts. So he signed with the Rockies after the Orioles designated him for assignments. I don't blame him. He's probably thrilled. Another team picked him up because of everything he's been through with the Orioles this year as well. Enrique Brad. Where is that? There we go. Enrique Bradfield, Orioles prospect, has promoted from Norfolk from Double-A Chesapeake, scheduled to make. I didn't put the rest of that, but he's already made his debut in Norfolk. So this is, I think this is the last week in Norfolk for the minor leagues as well. So that's where he's going to be next season as well. He's definitely earned a promotion. You've seen a couple of guys get promotions already. Griffo Farrell has been moved up to Double-A. Interesting one I didn't see was Vance Honeycutt. So they kind of left him in Aberdeen. I think that's interesting because he's really struggled this year as well, as good as he's been defensively for them as well. Orioles blast 3 home runs in this last game. I thought today's game was fantastic. I was able to actually home to actually watch the whole game. 7-5. The long ball was really cooking. Jackson Holiday hit one off the bat, and it was back to back to back Colton Cowser, Kobe Mayo, Alex Jackson, all 3 straight games. Really knocked out Nestor Cortez as well, who really struggled. The Orioles took advantage of it, and that pretty much sealed the game. Padres mounted a comeback, but really couldn't do anything with that. 7-5, completing the sweep of the Padres. I was hoping the Orioles would always become the Padres in the sense of they were going to take these young players, they were going to develop them, and then they were going to spend this money. And the Padres, you can argue that it hasn't worked out as well as they had hoped, but there's no question, despite the result this week, they are legitimate contenders in the National League, where the Orioles now are still definitely not going to have anything going as far as that goes forward. Who's hot this week? Trevor Rogers, Cade Stroud, Ryan Mountcastle. Mountie was good again this week. I thought Mountie has, believe it or not, actually been good down the stretch. Cade Stroud in the bullpen, and Trevor Rogers has been fantastic as well. Gunnar, it's kind of what I'm talking about with Gunnar. I looked at it again, and Gunnar last 7 games. You see more. Kramer and Sedano were not good in their starts. Really depends with those guys. Those guys, they pitch well at times, then they don't, etc. Inconsistent, I think, with that. Though, talk about attendance. If there is a reason to go to a game, is to go see Shohei Ohtani. He's going to be in Camden Yards. So the Dodgers, you're going to go see them this week. I am definitely going to be watching, I think, Shohei Ohtani. Here comes Mrs. Ravori. And the Pittsburgh Pirates as well, coming to Camden Yards as well. Kind of a similar story to the Orioles as well. Jackson gets the player of the week. I was very impressed, and I've been very impressed. This guy can hit. He has tremendous bat speed, great balance at the plate, aggressive. Not great defensively, but I think he's